South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Sokowski, Michael Emanuelian, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Brad Gilbert.
What is going on? Good evening, South Texas Amateur Tour golfers. Happy Wednesday. It is 7:32 on Wednesday night. It is January 15th, and we are just a few days away from event number 2, Willow 666. Registration officially closed this afternoon at 5 o'clock. So we should hopefully have first notice of players out by Friday. If not sooner, but Travis will let us know. We got lots to talk about tonight. We have Monster Day recap. First points are on the board, so we have official leaders. A lot of people tied. We have to talk about Willow. Let's talk about what's coming up. What's going to happen at Willow? What can we expect? Of course, we have February events open for registration as well. Right now, we have Cedar Creek with the individual stroke play, first individual stroke play of the year. First time back at Cedar in almost 2 years, 18 months. And of course, that is a challenging course, if not now back to being the number one hardest course on the trail. And then we have we have a little bit of a winner's kind of spinny game tonight. If you've watched the podcast, if you've been around for San Pedro's drawings for pairings, any giveaways, the wheel of destiny, the wheel is just, the wheel is fair, and tonight we will be spinning specifically for our South Texas Match Play Challenge team members who decided to partner with Danny Puckett and Global Fairway Logistics, and we are going to draw whose highlight reel is going to be part of our marketing as we get ready and lead up to the premiere of Matchup Mayhem 2.0. And we're going to talk a little bit about and tease a little bit of a demo day. If you're not aware of it, This Friday, we officially see the release of Callaway's Elite line of equipment. Well, Scotty, I'm in the middle of my ramp, and so I don't really need questions at the moment. But I felt it was appropriate. I have the devil I know and the devil I trust. Really, it's Travis wanted me to have it. I'm displaying it prominently going forward. Cindy wouldn't let me keep it over the bed anymore, so I'm having to, of course, just keep it in the office. Back to what I was saying. We're going to have a demo day coming up. There's going to be more info about that coming. The anticipated release of Matchup Mayhem 2.0 on the same day as demo day. And it's also someone's birthday on the day that we're planning. So maybe a little bit of a birthday party for that person. But we got lots to talk about, lots of stuff going on. Before we do any of that, let's go ahead and bring in the team. My first person I'm bringing out tonight, you know him as an extremely friendly person. His mustache is porn star level-esque. And he has a Cybertruck, so he has a big wiener. His name is Brad Gilbert.
Oh, hey, Andy. Didn't see you there. Hey.
Oh, you didn't see me there. Hello, Bradley.
Yeah,
how are you?
Yeah, good. You caught me checking the schedule to see what events were open so I could register for them. So I'll just wait for that for after the podcast. So how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing splendiferous.
Good.
Today it was finally a beautiful sunny day. I worked all day. I did meet up with Travis at Cabela's as we prep for a hiking trip. but I got to ride my bike around all day, all afternoon, which I'm excited that you are now getting your bike as well, so that we can start our own biker gang.
That is the reason I looked into it. But yeah, I've been looking at those e-bikes for a while, and I just get tired of pedaling, so I need to get an e-bike.
I get it. I ran a couple of miles and then I got on the bike and I didn't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And I just was hauling down the street.
Awesome. That's cool.
Just
Well, I'm really excited to talk about Monster Day, man. What a freaking weekend.
It was a really, really good weekend. It was nice to get back into the rhythm of tournament play.
Absolutely. Yeah. It almost like it happened. It almost happened too fast. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like it was taking forever to get here, and then all of a sudden we were there, and the round was like over quicker than I wanted it to be. I don't know.
Well, and it feels like we haven't played a tournament in forever too. Like it's like this at the beginning of every single season. It is, oh my God, can we get to Monster Day? And then it's, oh my God, I missed competitive golf so much. When's the next tournament? And now it's only been 2 weeks. It's a normal time.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But man. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and go search for our missing companion. Though he is making an appearance, technically he and I are showing up on screen twice.
Nice.
Okay, I have so many comments. First and foremost, what's up, everybody? It is January 15th, halfway through January already. Oh my goodness. Second comment, Brad's entrance. I laughed out loud and spit water. It was awesome. And then I spent the next 45 seconds like, okay, how do I do this? And then I couldn't figure it out, so I just was going to talk about it. And then Monster Day being over before you know it is just a shout out to the ambassador team marshaling pace of play.
That was amazing.
Best pace of play at a Monster Day in a hot second. And I know there was some gibberish social media about 6-hour Monster Day, blah, blah, blah. But that was not the case this year. I can't wait to talk about Mission Del Lago, Clint Bach, and Monster Day and point standings and super cool. Registration's closed on event 2. We have another shotgun on Sunday. Maybe a little cold, but it's going to be a beautiful sunny day. It'll be warm before you know it, or warmer before you know it. So that leaderboard and that first notice to players coming tomorrow night, second notice coming Friday. And then February events open for registration. It's 2025, so we're talking tour travels is only 4.5 months away. It's going to be exciting to talk to Brad down the stretch, who's going on tour travels for the first time ever. So it's going to be exciting for him as we lead up to that expedition, as we get closer and that starts to dominate some time. But Jeff Warren, it's not going to be that cold. There probably won't even be a frost delay.
Yeah, but he's a skinny guy. He gets cold easy.
It's going to be
older.
It might be the same day today was. It was chilly in the morning, very nice and manageable. Late morning, noon, and then maybe like take the hoodie off at 2:00 for 20 minutes. That's what I think Sunday will be like. Fingers crossed. The weather forecast fluctuating a little bit.
I mean, it's certainly
just
Sunday
make sure
Sunday will be better than the following week will be.
For sure, 100%. And make sure you're using that San Antonio zip code when you're pulling weather forecasts. Like Jonathan Aiken called me earlier this week. He's like, hey, I just want to know, is it still happening? And I'm like, haha, LOL. Of course it is. We don't cancel events for weather. You plan for uncomfortable, blah, blah. I gave him the whole speech, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, it's going to be like 18 degrees. And I'm like, stop pulling Del Rio weather. Like west of Hondo weather.
When you know you're not going to win, you got to make the excuses early.
Dang.
It's what Jeff is doing. It's what Aiken is doing. Jolly Shackelford commenting on it. I mean,
I agree. The official weather policy, and this is on the FAQ page in case anybody wants to know, is the tour. I'm sorry for pronouncing the acronym wrong. We can get into that a little later.
What the heck?
That's a Brad Gilbert quote, but we can talk about that later.
Don't get me started.
I know we won't talk about that at all. I promise.
All right,
That's
cool.
we won't talk about that on air at all. I got distracted. I'm so sorry. We were talking about it being cold.
Yeah.
Talking about it being cold.
Prepare. Official policy on the
Yeah.
FAQ page. The tour will worry about unsafe and unplayable, and the competitor, prepares for uncomfortable. That's the kind of the verbiage we used on that fuck you page. The heated vest. Scott Williams, make sure the heated vest is out. You want to talk about somebody who has 0.1% body fat?
Yeah,
he might be negative body fat.
Yeah.
Luke LeGrand played at Monster Day. There used to be a joke way back in the day about how many layers Luke LeGrand was wearing because he was the same way. I get cold.
Yeah, you do.
I'm in the tour studio, the tour office right now. I have long underwear on. Sabrina keeps it so cold in our house.
I have been sleeping the last few weeks with the window open at night, and I wake up and it's 55 in the house, and it's fantastic.
Kaylin too. Kaylin opens the window, feet out. I got an electric blanket on. I laid down with a beanie the other day.
Dude, I mean, I saw you this afternoon. You had the heated vest on.
I did have the heated vest on today. I did. That was the heated vest over my tour hoodie, over a long sleeve polo, over long underwear.
Yeah, and I was just in a pair of khakis and my French quarter zip, and I'm like, it's fine.
Yes. But yes, prepare. We've talked about it forever. Grab those hot hands. Grab the cart heaters.
Cart covers. They've got the rechargeable hand warmers. I have a what is this? Like what the football players wear on game day when they're playing with the pockets. Yeah. I got a heated.
Dustin Hassan.
I think of Sandoval when I think of that. But either way,
Hassan, I'm sorry.
I don't acknowledge Dustin Hassan anymore. He abandoned me.
Beep. He got removed from the chats this year.
I mean, just because I haven't done it in a while. But yes, so we are getting ready for cold. Guys, it is what it is. Go out, play in the cold, be ready, be prepared. Don't be a whiny little bitch about it. I mean, I don't know.
Snap. Harsh words.
Feel free to come up to me and say what you need to say to me. Never stopped anyone before.
I do want to point out one thing about playing in the cold. And again, it's going to be cold in the morning from 8 until 10. And from 10 until noon, it's going to be not that bad. And from noon until 1:30, it's going to be fine. Right?
My game plan, and again, we had all the warnings before the show started. I like to wear on cold days the tightest polo I have, and strictly that. And I'm going to distract my partners with my rock cutting nipples.
Oh my gosh! Please keep the disclaimers, everybody.
I've already made it clear with the disclaimers.
Okay, so one thing that always seems to be a little bit better is exactly a perfect cut. Perfect cut. You get up, you hit your shot when it's your turn to hit, and you keep moving. pace of play is always better when it's chilly out. You know, no screwing around, get up, hit. I think 4 flights, 110 players.
I mean, it's
sellout status, but still some room available down the stretch for waitlisters.
It's a 666. Alt shot should be a relatively quick thing. I mean, it should be a relatively quick thing to do the scramble.
And switching from alt shot to best ball is the slowest window.
Yeah.
Right? Alt shot to best ball. When you move from the fastest format to the first hole of the slowest format.
But at the same time,
but it happens at the clubhouse. It happens at the clubhouse.
It happens at the clubhouse. And also, just if you go out of bounds and your partner's in the middle of the fairway, and you're like, you know what, I'm just kind of out of the hole. Unless you're getting a friggin', pop, don't worry about it. Move on.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me when you say that, Andy?
Because your driver, your swing has progressed so amazingly over the last year. But unfortunately, your driver has become something of a stressor.
Yeah.
Willow Springs, shotgun start Sunday morning. Registration closed. Email info@STXAmTour to be added to the waiting list. That first notice to players coming out tomorrow. It's going to be cold. Prepare. Lots of hydration the day before. I know that sounds weird, but golfing in the cold weather adds an extra mental layer as well, a little bit.
At least he owns it.
Yeah, and get this. I think Jeff Wern and Nick Lewis are partner up. Talk about like warm weather. I don't even know the term, but they do not.
That might be the whiniest cart in the
There
field.
you
Super complainy. That group is.
Part of the team to beat, though, unfortunately.
Well, it's a.
I got your back, Jeff.
Register golfers. Stay on the lookout for that first notice to players. That will come tomorrow. I want to backtrack a couple weeks to Monster Day before we start talking future, which is so fun and exciting, and we're super engaged in. But I want to go back and I want to look at pictures, and talk about leaderboards, and talk about Clint and Mission and point standings and woo.
Well, point standings are pretty freaking simple.
I don't even have a complain all day Sunday. Let's not do it on the podcast.
Yeah, Jeff. We're in a positive headspace in 2025.
Yeah, 2025, the year of positivity.
You can take your negativity and shove it in a golf hole. I tried to not make it sound dirty.
Golf bag in the garage.
You can shove it in a golf bag.
Yeah.
If you're so afraid of, honestly, you're a senior. Do you have graphite shafts yet? Because that'll help with all the reverb when you hosel rocket.
Hey, I got graphite shafts. Wait.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I didn't put graphites. I know everyone should play graphite. I'm a firm believer.
Everybody should play graphite.
Everyone should move to graphite.
25. Everybody should play graphite across the board.
I don't currently have graphite. I don't have the graphites in the new Callaways, but
MD's a loser.
I know. Like I conformed. I didn't have the extra $1,000 to go put shafts in. This year I'll do it. I mean, the worst thing, the last thing you guys want me to do is get better, right?
I think the last 6 times we've played, we've tied. It's been brutal.
Yeah. Like it is what it is. I am excited to talk future, but let's get back. Let's talk Mission. Let's talk Clint. Let's talk the golf course. Let's talk about our winners and have some fun out there. Let's talk about it. Brad, give us your. First of all, I do want to shout out because I don't think it was talked enough. How freaking cool are our new tee markers?
Yeah, I think they were a big hit. And
we certainly didn't get a chance to talk about that day. You're right.
Yeah. I think I think they were a big hit. I think they're really cool.
I mean, not only and you know the tour setup committee was out doing their thing, and I think we saw a 20 to 22% increase in speed of course setup because of ease of use.
Yeah.
We are going to
definitely an upgrade.
we're going to see less injuries of
Yeah.
potential ambassadors due to any injuries sustained by the previous
Those
markers.
shits got hot in the summer.
Yeah, for sure. That was really cool. And that's what I was saying. Like, they look really cool, but the biggest advantage is on the ambassador side with setup and takedown, because it's so much simpler being able to pick up those, 3D printed T markers. Other than the metal ones were awesome, right? I mean, it was really cool. But yeah, like you were saying, like in the heat, and they were heavy, and it was just
I mean,
and they look super cool, and the colors are super crisp. I think they look great.
I agree.
I mean, I think it was such a great idea. I think it's such a cool thing that was able to be done. And
can we please snip out where Brad said hot and heavy? Can we snip that out for future?
It won't be the last time. It won't be the last time.
Do it, because I'm gonna set that as a ringtone. Hot and heavy.
Oh, that's
hot and heavy.
Hot and
Hot and
heavy.
heavy. What's up, Bradley?
Yes. Oh, like a text alert?
Yeah. Yeah, my text alert's gonna be hot and heavy, and I cannot wait for that.
It's so funny. It's so funny because Sabrina's comment there about stealing the green one. It was funny because when I was picking up the T markers on the end, Greg and Morgan started at number 18, and they were on the back nine. They were coming, and I started at number 10, and open play was teeing off, and they were waiting for the fairway to clear. So I walked up there, started picking up the T markers, and this guy was like, "Those are really cool. Can I have one?" I was like, "Well, there's a cost involved. I was trying to be as nice as possible, whatever."
No.
And he was like, "How much are they?" And I was like, and I hesitated because I was like, I don't want to say too much because then he'll just want to steal it. I don't want to blame him on stealing it, but potentially. But I just like, it's not that. I mean, it is a cost to the tour, right? But he had a guy from Open Play who didn't know what the tour was, wanting me to give him a T marker. I was like, so
I think Greg's right. I think they're for sale $50. We'll take orders all day long.
Hell yeah.
Email info@stxamtour.golf or MD directly at partners@stxamtour.golf. $50 T markers.
And I believe we can have them engraved too if we wanted to.
We can get them personalized if you want. Yeah, for sure.
Just
let's if Danny Puckett is watching, let's get a flyer together with a QR code on that goes right.
This is a great way to get a piece of history of the tour. Like I have personally in my possession the first big letter tour hat that we ever sold. It is autographed by Travis, and it is numbered 001.
Oh, that was the cool day. Speaking of old tour stuff, I saw Jonathan Aiken. Second time he's come up on the podcast. He was wearing like the 2012 gray tour hoodie, like the faded out one with the trail logo on it. Like super old, only 40 run. But that hat was cool.
I still have.
Yeah.
I also have the original ACGT hoodie too.
And I feel like we put the word tour, that's exactly the hat I'm wearing.
It's exactly that hat. Yes, exactly that hat.
I feel like we put the word tour in big like that before anybody else did that shit. Before it was mainstream.
I mean, we're trendsetters. We've always been trendsetters.
I like to think that we fail a lot.
You know what else we need to talk? I have a new thing that we need to add to the show. I have a new thing that we need to talk about tonight too. But again, let's talk mission. Everything's just getting out of hand. T markers, hacking phenomenal. But not only were the T markers phenomenal, the golf course was just pristine.
Absolutely.
Yes, Don Steidel, thank you for watching, buddy. Yes, Jonathan Aiken is still alive. He still lives in Hondo. He's flipping houses. He owns a couple businesses, doing lots of water remediation from roof leaks and stuff like that. So he sells you the roof and the cleanup. It's one-stop shop.
Nice.
But yeah, Jonathan Aiken coming up a bunch on the podcast tonight.
Is that first gross Don Stadel?
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
all right.
It is. It is smooth swinging Don Steidel.
Nice.
Smooth swing aside.
After we go through the recap, when we get there, I'll tell a great Don Steidel story. It's a good one. It's
Awesome.
fantastic. I'm going to exaggerate a little bit, but it's pretty legit, I think.
Awesome.
I'm the only one who wasn't wearing a hat. It's the only hat I had in the room. So let's talk Monster Day.
Monster Day.
Course was in great shape. Course was in great conditions.
So much
pins were tough.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Tough but fair.
Greens were full enough where the ball didn't really get away from you like some Monster days in past.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's kind of been the situation maybe the last 2 or 3 years, because we've had some, like, I think back to hole number 10. Number 10 for me stands out the most because we always put it on that side hill.
Right there. Yep.
It did a pretty good job this year, not hanging up like it did maybe last year or the year before, but it certainly was not as...
You didn't have to make a 10-footer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
still
this
a
year
difficult putt.
Yeah, it's probably like it rolled out to like 6 feet maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
compared to, like,
4.
10 feet
And
out.
a couple that I saw in the morning were 4 or 5 feet. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
think-
definitely still saw a fair share of power lip outs with some
Yeah.
square words. I saw one putter throw, which is fun always, right?
Not me. Not me.
It was not you. It was not you. And you know, I drive away giggling a little bit, you know, and like, oh, that's fun. I have no skin in the game, marshalling there, you know, right? Just kind of laughing, cheering, high-fiving, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, the scores were pretty damn good too for a Monster Day.
Yeah. I agree.
A lot of new players out in the field. A lot of good golfers. A lot of returning golfers we haven't seen in a while.
It's amazing how much good weather factors into low scores.
I mean,
the format's a little different this weekend, but I bet you those scores are astronomically higher at Willow than they were at Mission, and Willow will be 1,000 yards shorter than Mission was.
but there's a lot of people who feel like Willow's harder, which I've never understood. Thankfully we're not keeping score for 18 holes individually, but I haven't played an individual round there shooting over 71 in 2 years.
Willow,
It's not a terribly hard course.
it's probably the third easiest behind Riverside and Olmos.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it goes Cedar.
If we agree that Cedar and Mission are over here, and Brack and Riverside and Olmos and Willow are over here, and Northern somewhere in the middle, depending on the way the ball bounces.
Yeah, Seth Henry certainly agrees. It's a relatively easy golf course. But to be fair, every golf course is easy when you carry it 320 yards.
Well, there's not a lot of places.
Scotty
and
Williams has a faster swing speed than me, so
There's
imagine
not a-
what I have to do.
There's not a lot of places at Willow minus hole 2. Take hole 2 out of the equation. Those other 17 holes, there's not a lot of hazard on the right,
which is where most amateurs lose golf balls. So just like Riverside and just like Olmos, there's not a lot of penalty strokes.
That's a good point.
I mean, I'll be interested to see what that whole thing ends up looking like. I'm excited to get back to Willow, but so Mission, obviously again in great condition. Greens were rolling nice. Really good turnout. Really good.
23 course manager of the year for the trail.
I mean,
Woo!
Clint just knows.
So good.
And
let's talk about the food quick. Rockin' G Grill and the food.
Always good.
Breakfast, lunch were great. Just regular menu service, right? But following the tournament, there was all golfer burger and fries, blah, 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 whatever, right? Not the standard table buffet line, blah, blah, blah. No, But there was never a line. It was come up, burgers individually wrapped, fries individually wrapped. There was never a line. There was never a nasty buffet. It was really top notch, I thought, from Ray Garza and the Rockin' G Grill at Mission. I thought it was fantastic.
And I mean, and this doesn't diminish the compliments in any way, but at this point, this is just kind of what we come to expect with them and just about everything about that at Mission Del Lago. They have set themselves to such a high standard over these last few years, whether it's golf course, whether it is in the grill, whatever it might be, but they are running at, a top tier level. They are.
You know what? You're right. And shame on me for still acting like, oh, it's Mission. I'm surprised it's good. No, you are effing right. Mission's just good. Mission's just good. And for a little bit there in the post-COVID world on the trail, there was several months where Mission was the best.
Oh yeah. I mean, we went through a stretch. There played a lot of golf at Mission.
There were times where we were moving events to Mission.
Which is
almost unprecedented.
Go back to 2013, Travis, and tell him, hey, you're gonna have to move a lot of tournaments to Mission, but it's the best thing possible. And you'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we made up Monster Day at Mission because there were 12 people on the tee sheet that day. I mean, 13, 14 years ago, we could do stuff like that at Mission. Now it's the best. But you're exactly right. And I want to always circle back to this conversation at 8:00 on January 15th. Mission has set the bar, and let's measure trail experiences going forward for 2025 off of the bar that Mission and Clint and Ray and Clint's also the superintendent, right? So he oversees both departments there. But let's measure the rest of 2025 off of the golf experience that the tour got at Mission Del Lago.
I mean, again, at this point, they are the definition. They are the.
I agree. Heck, I mean, it was awesome. There's A+ for Mission Del Lago. Food, golf, pace of play, hole locations, cart staging, not one dead cart. I mean, we can give Mission Del Lago credit for the weather, I guess, if we're going to,
do it.
Yeah. Range balls were pretty good.
Range balls were great.
It was fun for me to have a microphone in my hand again. Music blasting. I mean, it was perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, it was as smooth a kickoff to a season as we've had.
And the largest Monster Day ever.
And
so cool. I mean, heck yeah. You want to talk about winners?
Let's talk about winners because we still have some other things I really want to talk about.
Let's talk about flights, winners, leaderboards. Brad Gilbert, 2025 player recap. Guess that golfer picture coming up for Brad Gilbert right here.
I'll be honest with you. A lot of it was guess that golfer for me too.
There were lots of new names. I'm going to pull up Golf Genius so I can be alongside you guys.
I had so I'll be honest. I was loading the pictures and I know everybody's name, right? Like I know everybody. I had just absolute blanks going through my mind when I was uploading some of these. So like you'll say the name and I know who it is now. But at the moment, I couldn't think of who it was, but I could associate something to them. Like I have dentist person, mustache man, singer. Like I know who they are now because I finally remembered and it clicked because I'm like, why am I having such a brain fart doing this? But that's how I did it. So if anyone could see my screen, you'd be seeing that, and it's relatively entertaining for me.
It's great, and the photos and the cookies. And Jeff Wern made a
that's a good point.
Jeff Wern made a comment about hanging out afterwards. man, that room was electric and it was fun and it was popping. And I love when Champ Flight hangs out, because Champ Flight normally doesn't hang out.
No, we outies.
They come in, they give their scorecard. If they play good, they sit quietly in the corner, collect their envelope, and then they leave. It's just different. It's just different, right? But when Champ Flight stays and like claps and cheers for second and third flight, I mean, that's freaking cool. I think.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think
That's absolutely.
I love it.
All right, let's talk winners. Someone talk winners.
Oh, MD, you direct.
Yeah. What do you?
Jesus.
What
Yeah,
flight?
yeah.
What flight are we? How about
Yeah,
just
yeah,
say
yeah. Brad's ready to go. Brad's ready to go. He just needs
Yeah.
your graphic.
I can
I
get
can tell you who
graphic.
didn't win. 2 people on this screen.
Bart Wilson. Bart Wilson, thank you for watching. It's so funny that you make that comment about champ flighters, because I remember the year that you won the Masters for your first time. And you were there and you were holding your kiddos, and they were little at the time, littler, I guess, right?
That's cool.
Little
And,
lower.
I was full in tournament mode. I was like blah 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 blah, and then you, like, at the same volume, Bart Wilson at the same volume matched me, like same volume, and he's like, and thank you, Travis, for putting on this event. And Bart did his speak, right, but it was like booming, and like it shook me, and I think about it a lot, actually. So I'm sorry I attacked you, Bart Wilson. You are the outlier on that bell curve for sure in champ flight.
Speaking of Bart, I'm just going to give it away. So we're going to start in champ flight. Shooting a 10 under,
Ooh.
net 62.
Wow.
This is Dentist Man.
Oh, that's why Bart's watching. Everybody, that's Bart.
There it is.
Bart Wilson and his father, Mr. Wilson.
I
goes by Doug. That's Bart and Doug Wilson. 10 under. Victory cookies. First victory cookies of the year. I love the Sasquatch
Does
theme.
anybody rock a flat bill better than Bart?
No, it's good. It's
Every
good.
freaking hat he wears, I'm like, God damn it, he's got a good head shape.
It's solid. Yeah, just the perfect like length of the beard. He's got perfect teeth.
Look
right?
at the teeth like that.
yeah.
I mean, that stands out.
Oh.
I mean, it looks like we edited it.
So good. Bart Wilson and Doug Wilson, everybody. Victory cookie winners. Champ Flight net. You
Champ
can't
Flight
win them
net.
all if you don't win Monster Day.
That is an accurate statement. Moving on. I don't believe we have a picture of our winners on the champ side.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Hmm.
So shooting 8 under on the gross side of champ flight, Mr. Bill Cone and Mr. Don Steidle.
And their picture is pictured on the website. We don't have it up here on the podcast, but it is up on the website and the Facebook page. It is there.
I'm an ignorant slut. I apologize
No,
profusely.
It's okay. It's fine. It was just an uploading technical error, I'm sure.
No one hates me more than me in this moment.
But man, looking at Bill and Don's scorecard, it looks like they birdied in bunches. They birdied 1 and 2, 8
Oh
and
yeah,
9,
look at that.
10, 11, and then randomly birdied 13 and 16. I mean, that's
8, 9, 10, 11 stretch.
yeah. That's pretty good.
It wasn't a difficult shot, but it was snuggle pie down there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Nine's not easy, but it's tricky because the green edge right there maybe isn't the best conditions, so you don't
Exactly.
necessarily know. 10's one of the tougher ones.
10's a tough one for sure. That's a hell of a birdie.
And then 11 in that back right corner is also sneaky, easy to get away from, but
Yeah, for sure.
great
I'd be
play.
interested-
Bill Cone, Donnie Steidle, 64, champ flight,
That's
gross
impressive.
victory cookie winners.
I
Those
mean,
are
I'm trying to get a look right now because I'm interested to see just out of our flight. I know Tim Smith did, and he had CTP briefly, or he had it. John Steidel, I stuck it to like 4
Are we
feet.
talking hole number 8?
On
Yeah,
8. I'm looking to just see who else birdied it.
Stand by.
I
One,
think there were
2,
only
3, 4. 4.
Keogh and Torres. Good for them.
That's surprising.
Yep, 4 good ones.
I was more surprised that we got covered on 14. I thought that was a really good birdie.
3 good ones there.
Well, we a 4.
Interesting on 16. I didn't think that was that difficult.
Let me think.
That's just
the
great,
par
right?
three?
16. I mean, it was so.
I mean, that
The
was
yardage
like a pace and a half away from being a normal flag.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Everyone in the afternoon who saw that
Exactly.
hole got the win, and that was all of Champ Flight.
3 club win.
That was a 3 club win.
It was a 3 club win.
Okay, interesting. Something that doesn't show up on the scorecard, right?
For sure. Yeah.
That
That
was.
was
I mean,
That was intimidating when your partner hit it into the water and it's like, oh, we need to do one
like
more club.
I was up 2 clubs. I flushed it, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna end up on the upslope in front of the green in the rough. And
I aimed right at the pin, and I was like, there's no way this is not going left away from this water. Like, it is going to go left.
I mean, they're your winners calling it out themselves. Tough win on 16.
Great job, Champ Flighters.
Yeah, so really, really cool. Moving on to our first flight winners. Excuse me.
That's both Champ Flight cookie winning teams watching the podcast.
That's awesome.
Why do you think they're watching? Because they've been waiting for their name to be called.
Yeah.
I honestly don't like doing the podcast if I didn't win.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, if we get a canceled podcast, it's because I didn't win and I don't want to talk about it. Moving on. First flight. I have him in here as Mustache Man, though he's rocking bald. Shooting a 10 under 62 net. A very blank-faced Dakota Albers. And Mario Martinez putting up a win was absolutely fantastic.
It's weird seeing Dakota without a mustache.
It's
a little
so weird.
A little.
I like
it. And you know what? If it makes victory cookies happen, whatever. That's a big smile.
Absolutely.
His enthusiasm gets me fired up.
It helps cut the drag down on his swing with the mustache being gone. Brad, shave.
Sure. No way. But that is a good partnership. Mario Martinez is a heck of a golfer too, and I'm not surprised that they got net.
Yeah, I think it's great. Mario played with his brother Zeke for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll see Mario and Dakota more in 2025. I don't know.
It is certainly a possibility.
Fun fact, Mario's brother Zeke is the now owner of the Gray Moss Inn in Gray Forest.
Oh, interesting.
Fun fact. There you go.
That's cool.
Our winners in first flight.
Just a fun fact.
Fun fact. God, what a friggin' joke. First flight gross.
Oh my goodness. Wow. He's watching too. He's watching the show right now.
I don't give a shit.
Well, everybody please see the disclaimer at the beginning of the show.
Here's the thing. If you're a regular audience member, you know who I am. You know who I am.
Which is why I always say see the disclaimers at the beginning of the show.
So he made a comment at 8:13. Jeremy Harmio playing with Jason Harmio in first flight. Our winners at 6 under 66.
Only 2 shots clear of watching the podcast, Jeffrey Wern and JP Chavez.
Yeah.
2 shots clear, and they eggled 11.
You know what? We need to do an over/under on how far out that second shot was, because if I know Jeremy, they probably had an 8-iron into number 11.
Yeah.
I mean,
I believe it's pronounced Haramy.
Haramy. Oh,
Haramy. Well, I mean, you just all you got to do is block it right into the trees, get it to the edge, and then flip a short iron right to it.
But if you're Jeremy, it's bomb it down the center of the fairway and still have an 8
9
iron.
iron.
Even the
Jeremy
long
comes
out.
back 9
9
iron.
iron. I told you.
Hashtag humble.
Fat fingered it.
But congrats to Jeremy Harmio and Jason Harmio getting on the board very early in the year.
Hold on. That was an eagle on the last hole.
That was an eggle on their last hole to win. Yeah.
Really interesting.
That is that accurate?
Oh, when the wind was blowing.
That is accurate.
Downwind.
I agree with you, Bart. I think if Harmio plays in any event, he's automatically a champ flighter.
Math is math.
Right.
If he's in first flight, I'm going back to second flight.
Math is math.
Yeah, exactly.
Math is made up. Numbers aren't real.
In this
Neither are birds.
Circumstances,
that's a different conversation.
Brought him down into first flight.
Cool. I'll be in fifth flight
for a walk-off win.
Exactly.
Brad, I am leading
math to me.
Brad, I just want to give you a heads up. I'm going to be playing with Cindy in the next few partner events.
Exactly.
How about Kevin Keeney playing with Natalie in fourth flight?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
There you go. Moving on.
Great playing though, first fighters. Great playing. That was
great.
Really
no
good.
Disrespect, Jeremy, at all.
Exactly. Do not work that man up. Like, you're going to be in the same flight with him.
Let's talk about second flight. Oh my goodness, how could we have seen this?
5 under.
Shooting a.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's father son.
It is a father-son partnership. Glad to see them back. I feel like I didn't see them a lot this year in 2024, but the Sandoval's, Bernie and Jason shooting 7 under net, 65. That is good for a first place net finish.
Everybody, I'm sorry. That is Municipal Golf Association of San Antonio board member Jason Sandoval.
That's right.
I'm just going to call him Sandoval. That's like telling me I have to call him Mr. Bird or Mr. Sandoval.
Put some respect on that name.
No, that's awesome, and it's good for amateur golf in San Antonio, and it's super cool. Super awesome for the Alamo City Golf Trail.
I'm glad I'm glad A Squad is representing.
I agree completely. I love it. I really do.
So congrats to the Sandovals. They are now tied for second place in point standings.
That was a scorecard playoff win over David Thomas and Jeremy.
Ooh, man.
Okay. And moving on to our second flight winners. Not a name we're used to seeing in second flight, but not a name that we're not used to seeing on the leaderboard and winning.
Yeah. Right.
Shooting a 10 under gross 62. That would be the Henrys. Mr. Ralph Henry and
just 5 under, just 5 under, 5 under 67. That was their net score that got kicked out.
I was looking at net.
That was their net score that got kicked out. It's okay. It's not that bad.
No, it's fine. I'm beautiful. I don't have to be smart.
I love the poster right behind you when you say that. It's awesome.
Yeah. 5.
I love
when Ralph gets to play.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Because you know what? He is at every event.
Yeah. He is.
Walking the cart path with Seth. Every event. Never has he missed. Never has he missed.
I love it when his mom comes because she talks shit about Seth in the middle of the round.
Oh, she is ruthless. She'll be like, "Come on, Seth." He's great. But I love when Ralph gets to play. I think that's cool.
And that's Ralph's first cookie.
Oh, really?
He's a first-time cookie winner.
That's cool.
I believe that is an accurate statement.
Wow. Hey, you know what's crazy? I went to San Pedro, I think yesterday, and Seth was over there hitting balls like he had something to work on. It's like he keeps winning everything, but he just keeps putting the work in. So it's cool to see.
Friggin' nerd.
I love it. Congratulations, second flighters, dominated by father-son duos. I love that.
That's cool.
Bring your high handicap father to second flight. I like that. I like that a lot.
Great plan.
Our next winner, I'm gonna double check this real quick because I'm like, I don't know how I'm missing pictures, but I am. Here we go. I found it. I apologize. Shooting a 10 under net 62.
Oh my goodness.
The Beavers.
Dale Beavers. Earl
That
Pate.
is Dale Beavers and Earl Pate shooting 10 under.
Nice.
I mean, they
And
had
that's with a bogey. That is with a bogey.
but that's also with a net eagle on number 10. They birdied 10.
You know the scary thing is I was talking with Dale
And they
before,
birdied 16. And they birdied 17.
the scary thing, I was
15,
talking
16,
with
17, they
Dale.
birdied.
I was talking with Dale Beavers before the round, and he was saying the game was just a little bit off. Just a little bit off right now.
And Brett's
Imagine
home victory cookie.
Yeah, imagine how we feel
I
about that.
continue to comment on the Sasquatch victory cookies. I love the monsters theme there.
Yeah, those are awesome.
I am a Sasquatch Bigfoot believer. I love it. I love it.
There really isn't much you don't believe. But shout out to that. I mean, net eagle on 10.
Great.
Then they went on a nice little streak. They birdied 15, 16, and 17.
That's crazy.
MD.
Yes.
You look at the scorecard that you're talking about again. It may
I'm-
not be.
It may not be their scorecard. I'm just.
God damn it.
It's all right. It's all right. It's the first recap of the year. Let's shake the rust off. Let's have some fun.
I remember my first time hosting a fucking podcast. Fuck me. Birdie on 18. A great birdie on. They did. Hey, they birdied. They did birdie 15. They birdied 16, and they birdied 18. The only thing I messed up was 17.
That is an accurate statement.
Again, I'm hot. I don't need to be smart.
The scorecard that MD was reading was the gross winners. Do we have their pictures? Andrew Lozano and Jack Higginbotham?
Yes, because I forgot Jack's name for a second, so I just put singer.
Perfect. He does play country guitar. It's great. And those guys birdied 15, 16, and 17.
That is crazy. That is
3
so
under.
good.
I don't want to say ran away with it, but there were only 2 red numbers in third flight. I mean, we're getting pretty down there, right?
I mean, they were 4 under on the back 9. That's crazy.
I mean, again, they only edged Dale and Earl by 1.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. It's exactly right.
I mean,
and Roy and Roy were
just,
right there.
If they just birdied 17 like I initially said they should have, it would have been fine.
Still a victory cookie nonetheless.
Yeah. Great plan.
Congratulations, third flight victory cookie winners. 1 flight to go.
1 flight to go. I did have Dale in there already. I did have his picture uploaded. I put Greg Richter in there for some reason. My bad.
Oh yeah.
Well, they kind of look similar.
They do. They have. I just saw a giant with glasses, and I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
Shout out,
Especially
congrats.
next to Earl. Especially next to Earl. Dale looks like
Earl.
Yeah. Right.
I do want to give a shout out to our boy Greg moving over to Cedar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, heck yeah.
I know
like
he-
it.
Cedar just got a little better.
Yeah.
That's
I know-
awesome.
Yes.
I know he-
Greg Richter with Mike Champagne at Cedar. Not only is the golf course going to be something special, but you're going to get good golf leadership
Yeah.
at Cedar Creek. The staff is going to be trained under those 2 guys. Greg Richter gives a shit. Greg Richter cares. I love Greg a lot, and I love
Just a good dude.
I love Mike Champagne. I think he's fantastic. He's fantastic. He is. I hate to call me, Gen Xer, right? He's oh, look, Greg's watching. Thank you for watching, Greg.
Hey, watching Greg.
I like to lump myself into that, old school pen and paper generation a little bit more than I probably math says I should. But I think Mike Champagne's right there, right alongside Andrew Peterson, as kind of
an old school PGA golf professional that still cares about customer service and that private club mentality, bringing that to the municipal level is what I think you get a lot with Mike Champagne. And I think a team of Mike and Greg together at Cedar, and that's world class, and that's going to trickle down through the staff, and it's going to be a really cool place to go hang out, and more than just a golf course.
Yeah,
Nice.
Kind of the way we talk about Mission and Clint.
Yeah,
you know? Like Clint's a good old boy PGA professional, right?
Yeah,
and
he just gets it.
Yeah.
So, congrats to Greg. Moving on to fourth flight. First place gross goes to Alan and Ashley Collins.
Yeah.
Sure.
These are, yes, I'm sure. Nope. Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Why are you
Yep.
trying to mess with me, dude? I'm looking at it right now. 6 under 66, Alan and Ashley Collins.
A birdie on 13. That's a really good birdie. 13 was pretty difficult, and they birdied that hole. That's pretty good.
13 was a beast of a hole.
Yes,
That was just with the wind and, tough pin position too.
Yeah, for sure.
You could not come up short. I think
that was a dirty hole location there in the front. I wonder if Alan and Ashley got to hole 13 early before the wind, and Ashley hit a good drive there from the red tees. I'd be curious to see if that's what happened.
Yeah.
That might have been the case, but
either way, that hole is deceptively hard.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But shout out to them, 6 under 66. Really solid score out there. And finally,
I love it when a black number wins a flight.
Shooting a +1, a gross 73.
With
Bill Blake
birdies.
and Ricky Ho. I just like this because Rick looks so small. Was Bill standing on something?
Bill was gone.
That's right.
So Bill was gone, and Rick was by himself, and we were joking about it a little bit. And I grabbed. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to blank on his name. He was just there. He was with us. He was hanging out. We were laughing. We were joking. I said, "Stand on this table or stand on this chair." This is how tall his partner is. And we took that picture. And look at Rick's laughing so hard. Rick can't speak. He's laughing so hard right there.
I saw the picture and I'm like, how long is that dude's legs? And then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he's standing on a chair. It was funny. That is not Bill Blake.
Yeah, it's not Bill Blake.
Might have some structural issues if that was the case.
God, that would just be impossible.
5
but
birdies
congrats to Ricky.
Yeah,
They played. That's
pretty solid.
It's fourth flight. They hole number 1, birding number 1 that's a tough pin back there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 1 was a tucked little pin. A good birdie on 9.
And that might have been one of their later holes. They started in that 2, 3, 4 stretch, fourth flight.
Yeah, they birdied 12, 13. They birdied 15.
4 birdies from that fourth flight senior 5.
5 birdies.
Oh yeah.
They got caught up a little bit on 2 and 3, and 3 was tough.
Yeah, for sure.
We knew that.
That stretch 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at Mission is as hard as.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I love passing out victory cookies. Congratulations to our victory cookie winners from event number 1 at Mission Del Lago. And as always, shout out to Laura Lewis, Sean Vidal, and the Cake Place and More, our proud partner and our victory cookie supplier. Find them on Facebook under The Cake Place and More. And they're artists. Laura is an artist.
Yeah.
Artiste.
Impressive.
Cookies are awesome. They taste good. And their artwork. Some victory cookie winners go home and gobble the cookies down with the family. Some hang them on the wall as trophies or plaques. Totally cool artwork. As long as we've got this graphic up, a special shout out to our partners, Ben and Alex at the San Pedro Club Repair Studio, Danny Puckett and the Global Fairway Logistics golf production videography team. We're going to talk about them in just a little bit. And Micah Carroll and Cairo Services Group, land improvement services, anything you can imagine on your property, Micah and his team can do, from tree removal to making ponds, to dirt moving and landscaping. And I think I even saw him quote a tree house once.
That's cool.
And of course,
our presenting sponsor for the 2025 tour season, David Falconer and Shelby AC and Refrigeration. Call them, let them know that you were referred by the tour, and they will service your area as a tour customer. Don't be fooled by that 361 area code. They take care of all of the STX Tour extended family. David Falconer, Shelby AC.
So that pretty much wraps up the bulk of what we need to talk about.
Coming up, the recap, where we are there. Point standings are available on the website. If you won gross, you're tied for first. If you won net, you're tied for 10th.
Tied for second.
Right.
But that all being said, we have some other things to talk about. First of all, we have some open events for February. We have third event at Cedar, the first official stroke play event of the season at Cedar, which is going to be very, very difficult and going to be a very fun event, undoubtedly. And we also have the big one, San Pedro Match Play. Less than 20 spots left. That is 64 players. You have to register online. You cannot email us and say we want to be playing. You have to register online. No ifs, ands, or buts. So make sure to get signed up for that. We also have some exciting stuff coming up with Callaway, and a demo day, Matchup Mayhem 2.0. We are still finalizing the date, though it looks like we're fairly locked in, but we won't officially announce that yet. But we have a new Callaway rep who is going to be joining us on the show prior to that. For those of you,
appearance, I love it. Following in the footsteps of Ian Carnaby,
who had a massive stroke of good fortune and is now in a better place. He has a new role with Callaway. Shockingly, he is
weekend back.
I don't want to say I single-handedly got him that job, because I pretty much have been buying a lot of shit.
I feel like I was a pretty good account for a long time.
I feel like we did okay. But we do have a new rep. She's going to come hang out with us. We're going to get to talk to her a little bit. But we are going to have Callaway Demo Day this Friday, actually. Callaway's new line of equipment, the Elite, ELYTE, is coming out. If you haven't gotten a chance to hit it yet.
I love the Eli there. Do you like that?
Yes.
Ooh, I like that.
That's exactly why they did it that way, too.
Ooh, I like that.
We'll talk about what the Eli thing means when we get with Janine and Demo Day and all that stuff. But this stuff comes out on Friday. I've had a chance to hit everything. It's freaking awesome. It's really, really cool.
I did the driver, and I think it's great. I'm excited to play.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
For those, we have plenty of gift cards out there that still probably need to be burned by people. We're going to have a sign up, a online sign up for fittings. I'm super excited to demo the T. I haven't gotten to hit it yet. This was the only one the head they didn't have, which is the titanium fairway wood to match the titanium iron set, and I'm looking forward to hitting that. We are also planning on having that demo day the same day as Matchup Mayhem 2.0's official release. We are also going to have
What
a
a party that's gonna be.
maybe we may be having some putting competitions on the new putting course at San Pedro.
Maybe soft opening.
Maybe
The
soft
San
opening.
Pedro putting course is going to be there too.
Maybe.
Maybe some partner activities with Ben and Alex. We don't know.
Yep.
And there might be some birthday festivities.
Maybe
That might be somebody's birthday.
might be. Please don't sing happy birthday.
We know Travis has already passed.
It is not mine. That's also MD's birthday. So we're going to try to make that a celebration. That is the day we are celebrating the birth of our favorite ambassador and the host of our wonderful Power Hour podcast.
Yep.
We're going to do some fun contests. We're going to have a Callaway fitting event and a demo day for new product. We're going to hang out at San Pedro with Javi Garcia and his wonderful team at San Pedro, and then hope to have the world premiere on or around that same time of Matchup Mayhem 2.0 with Global Fairway Logistics.
And we will have more information on that as we go. Part of that is we're hoping to also have some really cool giveaways, which leads me to...
I'm excited to build that flyer. That sounds like a fun graphic to build.
We're busy.
I'm super excited because I was thinking about this because you and I are in Orlando on Tuesday. So I think you and I, we'll do the show from Orlando. But
Live
Travis and I, live from the PGA show, Travis and I are venturing to good old Orlando for the 2025 PGA show. Travis is going to be sitting in on some of his classes and doing some of the things.
Yay, PGA. Love you.
Yeah. I am going to grab my media badge and I'm going to head into the trade show where I am looking forward to
I have a feeling our social media is going to spike that day.
I'm gonna have a busy couple of days. I have already confirmed all the YouTube golfers that I love that are planning on being there. I am super excited about all the golf equipment, not just golf clubs, but looking at the new tech, looking at bags, looking at all sorts of cool things that are coming out this year, getting to meet some of these guys, and hopefully be able to bring back a lot of cool stuff for you guys on tour to hear about, to see, hopefully have some goodies to give away.
PGA Show 2025, baby. Going to be a blast.
Going to be a blast.
Think about the show live from the show.
It did not occur to me until just when I started talking.
Oh, my goodness. That is great. We can set up shop right in front. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. We'll make a spectacle of it.
My goal is I'm hopefully going to find a couple of the YouTube guys that I really like, and I'm going to see if I can get one of them to do the podcast with us.
Absolutely agree. Totally. Live interviews with as many people as we can. I did that one year with Casey. We interviewed everybody. It was super fun. Ian was there that year. Speaking of Callaway, it was great. Callaway's so nice to us staffers. They're so nice.
That's cool.
Everyone knows I'm a big tech guy. I'm a big equipment junkie. I follow a million pages on YouTube, and I know the people that I watch regularly, and I know who's going to be at the show. I'm excited to get there, and I'm excited for us to bring that to the tour. I think that's going to be really, really fun. And that is coming up.
And the weather forecast has taken a turn for the worst over there. So MD and I agreed to do something a little differently this year.
It honestly, this is a different year for us in general with golf. So I feel like
normally when we travel, everything's kind of focused around playing, right? Like how fast can we get to a golf course, blah, blah, blah. And we had a conversation today, and we decided for this quick trip to leave the clubs at home, and we're going to skip playing at Disney, and we're going to skip playing at Shingle Creek, and we're going to go
try to answer your Facebook golf questions while riding roller coasters at Universal.
That's cool.
So
We're gonna go hit Universal. We're gonna go do Andretti Racing.
we'll do some
stroke if we
Stroke,
can.
putt. We'll do some other stuff while still talking about the tour and golf, but the activity won't be playing. So a little different mindset. One of the things we wanted to really talk about this year more was the extended tour family. What comes with the tour, a little bit more of the operations, a little bit more of the planning, a little bit more of the insight, and a little bit more of what the ambassadors and your podcast hosts and the committees kind of do in their free time a little bit. So
I think we're 2 weeks into January. Obviously we know we have the regular golf stuff already, but we have so much stuff planned this year that isn't golf related, which feels really weird, but is really exciting.
It's super cool, and I'm so excited. I'm an outdoors guy, get lost in the woods, not all that wander are lost type of dude. Sometimes a little bit, like really jealous of Mark Kacheski, the gypsy. I love that.
He's a homeless handyman.
Yeah, in a van down by the river. I love it.
In a van down by the river.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah. And my wonderful family, Sabrina and Kaylin, have gotten into that a little bit. Gotten a little addicted to the wilderness and some of the more, I'm going to say, adrenaline-seeking outdoorsy stuff. But not really, but just some real stuff, some mountain climbing and a little bit more off the grid stuff, which is my cup of tea. So we got some big day trips planned, some cool road weekend trips planned.
Yep.
Some more unique insights into non-golf stuff this year a little bit too. So
yeah, really, really exciting. So we have all that to look forward to. We'll have more of that next week when we get to Orlando to talk about. But closing up the night, I am extremely excited. Oh, hello, child. Can you say hi to the world?
Woo! Hi, world.
You need to say hi, world. How old are you? That's a good one. Okay, you're cute. Now get out of here. Daddy's working. Anyways, so South Texas Match Play Challenge. Our good friend at Global Fairway Logistics, Danny Puckett, his team did an absolute kick-ass job of making sure they caught every single thing on film at South Texas Match Play.
This is 2024 South Texas Match Play
2024 South Texas Match.
From last November at Riverside. The whole thing was video documented.
Oh,
yes.
Oh my gosh, it's a wheel.
And the wheel is fair. The wheel is just. The wheel knows all.
I love it. Okay.
If you know us, we've done this in previous years, or previous year, I guess technically. We had kind of a unique opportunity this year with Danny, where individual players were able to purchase and get their own highlight reel.
Yes,
there was a sponsorship level with Danny Puckett.
Or sponsorship level, correct?
There was
yes.
a sponsorship level for the player. With Global Fairway Logistics and Danny Puckett, the production company that is producing this docu-series on the South Texas Match Play Challenge for 2024. And this was the first time there was ever a sponsorship package marketed towards the team members, right? Towards our team members. And it was a highlight reel package, a 1 or 2 minute clip of your sizzle reel, right? And I'm sorry, MD, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm excited because my name's on a wheel. My name has never been on a wheel. I don't get to do this.
Well, you still don't get to do it. I put your name in there out of respect, but if you guys win, the bulk of your highlights will be you standing around. He can leave. I don't give a shit.
But I'm clapping.
Anyways.
There's a lot of me clapping.
Yeah. I thought that was such a cool.
Arbitrarily pointing.
One of the coolest experiences that I've had so far is when they mic'd me up for 2 holes and Travis was on the side just like cheering the whole time. It was so cool.
Oh,
So
and I wasn't mic'd up with Brad. I was mic'd up
Yeah,
separately. Brad and I
separately,
weren't
yeah.
talking, but
Exactly.
I haven't seen that footage either. So
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see any footage. I'll be honest. I told Danny every time Danny got near me with a camera, I did something cool.
Cool.
I did. I chipped in, made big putts. Didn't matter. He also watched me get decimated by 30, 40-foot putts that should never have gone in. But whatever, not the point.
I certainly think this year's film is going to be interesting.
I think this one's going to be really good.
It's gonna be awesome.
Because I hate
hate
saying it.
You hate saying it.
But I mean, we lost, right? And it's such a different emotional angle that I just can't wait. I mean, and it's just watching this production after we get over the sizzle reel and the sex appeal of it, dude, it's gonna make me want to captain so hard. It's I mean, my gosh. Oh,
but
I just want to win so bad.
What we're looking at here, what is spinning on the wheel in front of you, are all the players who decided to buy that sponsor package to get a highlight reel. But we're not going to be able to show the Matchup Mayhem until its debut. So we're going to have to show you guys something. We want you guys to get excited.
Marketing teasers and marketing.
Teasers and marketing. And this is our deciding wheel on who's going to be the face of our marketing strategy for Matchup Mayhem.
What? Okay, so everybody on the wheel got the sponsorship package with Danny Puckett and Global Fairway Logistics for the highlight reel. And whoever wins this spin is going to be featured in the marketing promos coming up to the world premiere.
Yes, that is correct. The only thing that I wanted to do real quick, because I wasn't sure, I wanted to make the spin longer.
There are definitely settings on the screen there. See them all?
Yes. Thank you. I've played with this a time or two.
Okay.
Screw it. It's too much effort. We're going to spin the wheel of destiny, and we're going to find out who. I'm hoping it lands on you guys, on you and Jason, so I can just say
I think it would be
count.
That would be cool.
So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's see who is going to be
the face of the marketing campaign. Oh my goodness.
Rick,
yeah, baby. That's a good spin.
He's gone. He gone.
Oh my God. You know what? I humbly accept this role to be the face of this. Yeah, I mean, Emma, guess what? Look, Dad won. What?
You're so scared.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I scream really loud? I'm sorry.
What
Okay.
up, girl?
Okay, go away.
Can we click remove and spin again to see who is backup?
Yes, to see who's backup.
Yes.
Oh, it spun on its own. It said, screw you.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
This is
No way.
unbelievable.
This is Rick.
Oh, I
want, okay. I
I
100% understand everyone out there watching. Scotty Williams says rigged. Here's the thing, and I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh my goodness. Danny Puckett.
Danny
Puckett, please help me. How did that happen? 1, 2, and I feel like I set him up for it. I feel like I walked into his trap.
I'm going to spin it again. Money says it's T-South.
Just to be clear, is that co-MVP BG?
No.
There it is. That's crazy.
Okay, now we got to keep going.
I can't make this shit up.
Call the next person.
We should do the last one left.
Next one is Bob North. All right, actually, you know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going to say it's Weston Irie.
Okay.
This initially was just for the one spin, but this has gotten too entertaining. Oh, it's going to be David Thomas.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay, we're done. I'm done.
I still Scott, Danny Puckett. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, Mike Termanuelian, the face of the marketing campaign for Matchup Mayhem 2.0, a video docu-series covering the 2024 South Texas Match Play Challenge, South Texas Amateur Tour versus Houston Amateur Golf Association, produced by Danny Puckett and Global Fairway Logistics.
I think that's as good a note to end on.
Can't wait. I think it's going to be great. We are shooting for that March 1st date, but nothing is official.
Oh, I hadn't given that date yet, so cool.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess people could go look up my birthday, but
yes. Listen, March 1st is it? March 1st is what we're shooting for. There's a big off gap in the tour schedule following the match play at San Pedro. It's just the way it worked out, and this is where we're hoping it falls. That is a soft date. By no means is that a hard date, but we're shooting for that Saturday, March 1st. 6 weeks out, so lots of time to plan, and we'll keep you posted as we get closer. But that will be the day for the demo day and MD's birthday, and we're gonna have a shindig at San Pedro no matter what. And we just hope we can partner it with the sex appeal that is Matchup Mayhem 2.0.
I mean, I feel like we're already going to get so much sex appeal from my sizzle reel. So, not the point. I
love it though.
The wheel is just. The wheel is fair. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I want you to know that I've also set up that program, and there is absolutely no way to rig it, Scott. There's not.
Actually, here you go. I'm gonna for Scott. For Scott, I will show this. Because I care. Can the wheel be rigged? There is no functionality to determine which entry will win ahead of time.
Oh, look at that. It says right there, disclaimer.
So you should see that invite shortly, Scotty Williams. I just sent you an invite to suck it. So there you go. And that's all I have to say about that. Guys, we are going to call it an evening. It's been a wonderful hour and 24 minutes with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate everyone out there viewing. We had great viewership this evening. Appreciate the engagement. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys this weekend. Willow 666. Let's get going. Good night, everybody.
Notice the players coming tomorrow. Thanks for watching.